Hi everyone, Ninjabowler here, and today we are going to take a look at this Poppy album, Negative Spaces. This is the first ever Ninjabowler classic review. Okay, well, it's not really classic because this album was released 2 years ago at the time of this video. At the time of recording this video. However, I guess we'll call it a classic review because it didn't come out this year, so. Now, as you know, I take recommendations from any of my fans or people that watch my metal reviews, and a person by the name of, or a YouTube user by the name of John Briggs recommended me Poppy's previous album, which from my Empty Spaces review, I think that's what it was called. He recommended me this album, and good lord, this album was awesome. Track listing and track reviews itself. My least favorite, I'm gonna have to go Crystallize, which I'll tell you why. And my favorite is The Center's Fallen Out. So here it is. I feel like this is Poppy's best album to date so far. This album was absolutely phenomenal, and there are very little cons to this album. Um, Now let me just start off with the one problem I have with this album, and it's that okay, so this album goes in some poppy directions sometimes, like some pop music directions. Um, and it does that sometimes. It's sometimes it has like a pop metal fusion to it, which a lot of times it does a great job at it. Like it does it very well. But sometimes the album goes way too much on the poppy side, especially with Crystallized, and of course it's Interlude Yesterday, which just so you know, most of the time I connect interludes or build up tracks with the song that it's building up to, or the song that's next to it. But Crystallized wasn't really my favorite because it leaned way too much on the Poppy side. Okay, well, her name is Poppy, but you get what I mean. Yeah, there were a lot of fantastic songs on this album. I mean, like a lot of fantastic songs, and the Center's Falling Out. Oh my god, that was. This is one of the probably one of the best metal songs of the decade, because this album does some storytelling a bit with whether it's like an abusive relationship or a murderer chasing after its victim. Like the Center's Calling Out has this chasing horror movie feel, and it just builds up and builds up. There's of course the how well she transitions from her normal vocals, and of course her more monstrous crazy vocals, and all that stuff. This is like a an alternative metalcore, even alternative rock. This album is like a lot of genres into one, and it executes them rather well. Whether it's the gent genre, okay, well, some people don't say gent is a genre, but I don't really care. Um, and also it leans into alternative rock sometimes. It does really good with its alternative stuff, and especially with alternative rock, which I wasn't expecting a lot of alternative rock from this album, but apparently it does pretty solid when it comes to its alternative rock. There isn't really any bad songs off this album per se, and yeah, um, I think this album is absolutely fantastic. So there's not too much to say about this album, but there's very little. I have very little problems I have with this album. I don't know, great start to finish. Listen, and I feel like I just need to give this a light to a decent 9. Light to a decent 9. That's right, we have the second ever must listen to album. It gets the checkmark of must listen. So there it is. Alright, so anyways, again, thank you John Briggs for recommending me this album. And if you want to recommend me other albums, then type it down in the comment section down below. Maybe I might take a look at them. Maybe I might do a video on it. So anyways, make sure you like, subscribe, send this video to a friend, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.